start recording. Why not? All right, so this is now just saving to the hard drive. I have audio here. I do not know, because I don't do this ever, I do not know if it's picking up Wes or Ken. So as I think of it, maybe I'll repeat what they say to do. But, well, we get on with it. So we're only a half hour late, right? Only a half hour late. And shutting down there.
So it's only half an hour less to build a new character.
So there you are. You are at the second level of the Lar-Shann temple. 2 of you are paralyzed from the awesomeness of the Lar-Shann idol. And there's still this dude here. If I can pull him down, what happens? I can pull him down. You can see how quickly can you see the dude, Ken?
Oh, right away.
Fantastic. You see that dude?
He's the guy that's unconscious, right?
He's the guy that's unconscious. He's unconscious. The other 2 of you are paralyzed.
1 or 2?
As good as unconscious.
2 of you. Oh, what? There you go. So
Bay is up by the idol,
yeah.
And now
paralyzed, and the guy on the ground.
Oh, let me throw one of these guys on here and make it very obvious. Very obvious.
Oh, he's paralyzed, but we dragged him back.
Yes.
Okay.
I thought that would
apparently
work.
I'm not paralyzed.
Just not taking
The soda bottle cap, the Mountain Dew rings say, "We will make you hyper, not paralyzed."
So good.
Ooh, fancy. Pardon me. So, now what? What now, guys?
So
I'll tell you what I'll do.
yeah, I mean, like, can he like move his eyes or anything, or he's completely?
Who?
Me.
Him. Paralyzed.
The cleric.
Paralyzed means you can't move. You can't do anything.
Can't move anything. Okay.
Do I get to save for it?
Turn order.
Each turn?
We sure we can have a turn order. I have let's roll initiative just to give ourselves a turn order.
That is 20 unnatural.
For Trevor. Linda?
16.
16. Your luck?
14.
14. Jeff?
12?
Oh, yes.
Bay?
15.
15. All right.
Christian got locked in the bathroom or something.
Christian apparently didn't make it on the trip.
Pardon me.
And sort descending. All right. Tremor. I have you at the top of the order.
Nothing to do but to roll.
So let's see here. Once you're paralyzed, can you overcome the paralyzed? Would have been good to know before we got here, before we our game.
I say yes.
You haven't been distracted at all.
Let's see here. Wow, it doesn't give you a save.
What?
It means it's DM's discretion.
You just
It
gotta
doesn't say
smack
you
him in the
don't
face.
get a save. Doesn't explicitly say.
Okay, but we're gonna make it hard.
Okay.
That.
Nearly impossible is not impossible.
All right, go ahead.
That's not going to work. What am I rolling? Save plus
Wisdom.
wisdom, so that's 10.
10. Nope, still paralyzed. All
What?
right.
I can't believe that.
Yeah.
You said it was going to be hard.
Belinda?
Okay, so the two people that went up close to this thing got paralyzed, right? And,
Yes.
And what is the state of the guy on the ground?
State of the guy on the ground.
Something happened at the first level, too. First tier.
So he is unconscious, but not dead.
Okay. Did we notice it like it was when they looked up at the idol, or just?
It was more like they went well.
When they
I
stepped
didn't
on.
look. I don't remember if I looked at the idol, but I felt something going across that first
Yeah. Okay.
first tier, that middle one between us, and then
He fought it
hit
off.
again
Yeah.
on the second one, and the same happened to Bay. So
So
you might have noticed us fight it off
yeah.
and then get stuck.
So we don't have anybody who can fly or levitate or anything, do we? I don't know if the floor has anything to do with it, but okay, so you said it looks like it's two halves and it's kind of cracked open.
Mm-hmm. The idol itself.
Which side is open?
Sure. Let's do this. So kind of like that.
That's the opening. Okay.
So,
Okay, so I want to stay outside the 3-point line. I want to come way over here so I can look at it from the side.
okay. Let's see here. Sitting inside the interior is a withered corpse like mad priest. A priest. His blue lips are pressed to a tube by which he booms out. Bring me an idol. This. Never mind me. Don't look behind the curtain.
Yeah, never mind the man behind
Spindly
the curtain.
body.
Okay.
He's using every bit of his last strength of his atrophied spindly body to exhort the villagers to send their youth to the fortress, followed by a gasping. This is the source of the thunderous threats and bellowing laughter.
Okay.
And he like a man pulling away the cigarette. He starts coughing and gagging and trying to catch his breath. Good turn. You gonna share your information?
Yeah, I could. Well, yeah, I'll yell back to the other guys. There's a man inside the idol. A little weak-looking man.
He looks up to you and he
As I hold up my cleaver like I'm getting ready to throw it.
and he kind of closes the door a little bit. Never mind the man inside the idol. Sacrifice the youth to the tree. There's only a single turn of the hourglass before all doom arrives. Bay, since I gave Tremor a save, let's give you a save. It's not an easy save.
So that's a 12. Wait, I have an item that helps me with saves. When a creature fails a saving throw, you can expend a charge to succeed. Well, let's do that. I will extend a charge to succeed.
Well, there you go. Shaking it off.
What is that?
I do.
It's the security gem I've had.
Get a free pass on a save. That's nice.
You do sense that you're working on borrowed time, and that if you stay here, you might be subject to another check.
Well, oh, does that mean I have a turn? And I can.
You have a turn right now.
Oh, okay. I want to grab this body and start backing up.
All right. You drag the body back to the back.
All right.
And Yorlok.
I'm tempted to go back over where Belinda's at and look more into that. What the little old man is inside of it.
You ask Belinda what he saw because he closed it up somewhat. You can only see there's like less than 12 inches of crack in this idol now. And he says he saw a little old man, shriveled up dude, talking into some sort of pipe, pardon me, with some controls in his hand. That's what he saw.
So what I'm wondering if I don't want to. A thought I've got is like throwing a dagger at the door to try to get the door jarred open, and see if we can.
You're gonna try to jar the door open with a dagger.
Or something. I'm wondering.
To knock it open, or just to something so it can't close?
First, I was thinking to something to try to knock it open.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want it to be a dagger, but some kind of a. What do I got here that I can?
I got a cleaver if you want to throw that. I like it. How far is this? What's our
What's our
scale
distance here?
10 feet. 10 feet circles.
Okay, so we're 30-ish feet from
You're 30-ish feet from the idol.
So what I'm wondering if I don't take a short bow, so that's got the range to get to the door. It's got more range than you, but I'm looking at the dagger and stuff. I'm not close enough.
Yeah, dagger has range of like 20, 40, right?
Yep. So let me take a short bow,
Mm-hmm.
and I wondered if I don't almost like try to take a short bow and aim at the hinges to try to.
Hinges are on the other side. The opening's on this side.
Okay. I think about with a short bow trying to jam the bow into the door to make the door stay open.
How about we hold that thought for a second
Okay.
and see what Jeff wants to do.
Okay.
Wes, do you have an idea? Wes?
Yeah, it helps unmute. Well, I didn't expect Ken to save himself. So, my whip has a 10-foot reach.
You're no less than 25 feet away from the idol.
Okay. So that won't do a lot of good. I do have other things I could throw if the short bow arrow doesn't work.
So you agree to let Yorlok shoot his bow.
Or, Ken's character has was it a staff or a wand of fireball?
Yes.
Just a thought.
When in doubt, cast fireball. That sounds like something
Exactly.
Christian would say.
Yep.
Just so happens somebody has a fireball.
It worked well last week.
We're after the gems in the idol, right?
You're after Lar-Shann brandy, and you have not found brandy.
Oh, this idol is not.
No.
No.
Oh, okay. I was okay.
We're looking for
You jumped like a year ahead.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a year, maybe 6 months.
Okay.
Okay. So, do we want this guy dead or alive? Or do we not care?
You want brandy. Where's the brandy? You don't know. Would this guy know where the brandy is? You don't know.
Yeah.
But he's
We're
got
alive.
for whatever reason he's back and he's inside the idol doing something. So he's got.
Okay. Here's what Jeff will do. Jeff is gonna yell out, ironically, since I have no voice. He's gonna yell at the guy in the idol and tell him to come out and tell us where the brandy is, or we're gonna fireball this place.
So,
Intimidation.
intimidation. Yeah, so go ahead and make your intimidation check. Setting difficulty at this right here.
The question is, does he
That is
believe? If he
That is
believes
an 11.
that he's speaking for a god, is he really going to be afraid of a fire?
So,
Well, that's what we're gonna find out. 11.
Nope.
so you see him, the door kind of, he pulls it closer to closed, and he says, "Nothing, no damage will matter with the might of Lar-Shann. Sacrifice your youth immediately, or suffer the wrath of the laughing god."
I think I like your idea. You can't shut the door. The fireball can get in there. I know it might be fireproof, but it's open right now.
Yep. Well, I think that's my turn. Oh,
Okay, circling back to your lock.
Yep.
What do you do?
Let me fire the let me do the short bow.
Short bow.
Into the door to try to get it.
What are you aiming for? So first of all, what are you hoping to do with the shot?
What I'm hoping to do with the shot is to somehow jam the door open.
Somehow jam the door open.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of, trying to fire at the kind of the hinge area of it to try to wedge a bow to try to wedge
So
something.
going around the other side to this side, and where there's a hinge, because the hinge is kind of cracked around, maybe there's a little gap there, right? You can get it right in there.
Yep, yeah.
How difficult do you think this shot is? How much of a gap do you think there is in this? Do you think it's an inch?
My bet is that it's probably less than an inch.
Probably.
Yeah.
So you're going to shoot at something less than an inch from
20 feet away.
no less than 10, 25 feet away. You don't have disadvantage.
Yep.
But we're just establishing what a hit condition looks like in my brain.
Yeah.
But you're shooting at an inanimate object that's holding still.
Great point.
It's a lot easier than hitting a person.
I'm on the cusp of doing a video on just that topic. Because if you are restrained or petrified or paralyzed, all attacks against you are made with advantage. And all damage is critical. So I agree. You have advantage on this superiorly difficult shot. Because you can line it up and you can take your time, get it just so you will have advantage.
Yes.
But I'm going to set the difficulty or your target number to beat as this number right here. Do you want to know?
I trust you.
It's right here.
Okay.
I'm going to say you can't read that from there.
No. Okay. No.
Okay.
Okay, but advantage, so you get.
You do, so you roll 2d20,
Yep.
add usually your dexterity modifier, just like your bow says. It probably says something +6 to hit or +2 to hit or whatever it is. +4 maybe.
+4.
Yeah.
It says 1d6
So
+4.
you roll your 2d20. Find your bigger one.
Yep.
We usually roll them both at the same time.
Okay.
Oh.
I never liked that.
I'm warming it up.
13 and 20.
A nat 20?
Nat 20.
A nat 20.
Bang!
Always a success.
Right.
Okay. So on an attack, it's always an excess. Yes. And we're calling this attack. It's not really.
He's attacking the door.
Arguably, it's a skill check. So I guess my question is, does it go through the crack? You didn't intend for it, so it goes through. The arrow curves and turns just to the right, and it goes up to the halfway through the shaft and sticks.
Yeah.
Somewhere behind. And you see it kind of wiggling a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, that was your Lexington. Good turn.
So now he's skewered to his chair.
So now I got the old man stuck in a spot. The door's open.
Tremor,
I like it.
go ahead and make yourself another.
Hey, it's better. 12.
12. No. Belinda. Maybe you see him trying to close it, and he just can't right now.
Yeah.
There's nothing else you can do. Bring your youth. Sacrifice your youth immediately.
Belinda's gonna throw her cleaver. She's aiming. Ideally, I mean, if I get a nat 20, it's gonna like stick right next to the gap.
On the floor of it, because this is gold, right?
Oh, the thing. Okay.
Well, the idol is made of gold.
Yeah. So basically, I'm trying to intimidate him by,
Yeah.
I say, come out or you're getting.
Give me an insight check.
Going at you. Okay.
Your plan sounds wonderful. Go for it. What are you rolling?
I'm trying to. I want to basically intimidate him. That
Yeah.
Coming out or the next one's
Yeah.
at you.
Yeah. I hear you.
And I got a nat 20.
You got a nat 20. Thrown. All right. Roll me your intimidation with advantage.
Come out or the next one's in your head. Intimidation. That's an 11.
11. I don't have a picture of this guy. Let's see. What would he do? Fine. We'll present himself. So the shriveled old man. He opens the case a little bit. The arrow falls to the floor, right? Because when it opens, the crack widens. And the shriveled up priest goes, "Listen, lady. If we don't sacrifice a youth to Lar-Shann in the next," and he a wrist sundial, "in the next 20 minutes, Lar-Shann is going to return, and we're going to have a huge ass statue rampaging our city."
The statue on top of this place comes to life. We don't sacrifice a youth to it.
And he says, 100 years ago, they wrote this text, and it says, if we don't sacrifice, Lar-Shann's going to come back, and he's not going to be happy.
Okay, we've been here for an hour. Why is this our problem? But anyway, we might be able to help you with that. But we were sent here to find something or other whiskey.
No sacrifice. No brandy. We don't have any brandy. We need a sacrifice to make more. Have you seen any brandy? We have no brandy. Do I look youthful? I don't look youthful because I don't have any brandy.
The brandy comes from the life force. youth. That's what I'm getting.
Can't make brandy without sacrifice. No sacrifice, Lar-Shann comes back. We don't want Lar-Shann to come back. You have 19 minutes.
To sacrifice a youth human?
Yeah.
Could it be a young goat or
Youth human. Once a year. The townspeople are 2 weeks overdue.
Why? Yeah, why'd y'all put it off to the last minute?
We didn't put it off. The townspeople never gave us a sacrifice.
It seems like a pretty bad deal for the town. I kind of understand why they don't want to.
Where are the rest of my brethren?
Oh, you mean like Wolfie over there?
He's not one of our...
Or you mean all the dead monks out in the foyer?
What? They're dead?
Yeah.
You killed them? Why'd you kill them?
We found them that way. We just got here.
Well, we need to have the sacrifice. Without the sacrifice, we're doomed.
The
18
statue is going to come to life and what? Rampage?
Rampage the city and
And
all
its
of the
own
world.
temple?
I'm afraid it's not going to care. We've had it trapped in this tree for the last 100 years.
Any ideas?
Let's go run out in the village and grab a kid. I don't know. I'm paralyzed, so don't take my advice.
Well, why don't we just go destroy the tree?
Good turn. Bay's turn. Bay,
Why don't we just go destroy the tree?
if you destroy the tree, you'll release the demon.
Okay, then why don't we just destroy the demon after he's released? That seems better.
He flips up the manuscript and it says, he will possess the golden idol on top of this structure. A 200-foot golden idol will be rampaging through our village. Very clear. Do not let Lar-Shann go. If you think you can somehow destroy this, more power to you. I'm gonna run and hide.
The book instructions where we got said, ensure the ritual to bind a youth to a tree is performed each year.
That would do it.
Bind?
And then his soul will be absorbed by the tree, and we will be good for another year. And we can resume making our brandy, and life will be good. Everyone will be happy.
Oh, that's what.
Except for the poor youth. I'm sorry for the youth. But this is the contract.
And then who makes the brandy? The monks?
We make the brandy.
The monks that are all dead?
Well, I guess I will be making the brandy. I will be in search of new acolytes. If you would like to join, I could show you.
Must be switched.
I gotta say, this deal doesn't sound very good.
Oh,
I don't think it was negotiated very well.
Let's see. Sacrifice youth.
forestall
Demon
destruction.
stays bound to the tree. We produce life-giving brandy. Seems like a great deal to me. The only person it's bad for is the poor youth.
And surprise, surprise, the town hasn't been willing to give one up to you.
Well, they have for the last 100 years. For some reason, they chose not to this year.
Had a kid's man?
Bay, did you have an idea?
We could go melt the statue. If the statue's melted, then no statue for him to
It's a
inhabit.
40-foot tall statue.
You're going to melt this statue?
It's not gonna melt a 40-foot statue.
I got a wall of fire.
Remember this guy?
Yeah.
All right, probably not to scale. And he's probably crisscross applesauce sitting on top of
Okay, so he has legs.
It's
not real scary if you
he has legs.
I don't know.
Here, this is this. No, I don't want to
Might be
open up
creepier.
Photoshop.
What happens when we go back to talking about getting rid of the tree? Get rid of the tree.
Is that my only?
I don't see how that helps.
The tree.
The tree.
We had, yeah. Well, we were told.
I know it's small,
Don't
but
harm the tree. Don't listen to the tree.
Yeah.
Only the priests below have the scroll of 3 ways. Did we run into that, or is it the priests these guys? What is the scroll of 3 ways?
it is the. It lists the incantations you need to approach the idol. Without those incantations, you will be mesmerized by the magnificence of the Lar-Shann idol.
And where is the scroll?
It's in the monastery somewhere. I'm not going to tell you. You are obviously a threat.
I don't need the scrolls to be a threat. You hold up the other cleaver.
He kicks the arrow out and he works on the cleaver. He doesn't seem to be strong enough to get it out of the... Yorlok, do you have an idea?
I was thinking about the tree, but now I'm the 3 scrolls and trying to find out.
The scroll of the 3 ways?
Scroll of the 3 ways, yeah. Yep.
All right. Jeff, Wes, what do you think? Give you a second here to play. Wes?
Well,
Yep.
maybe we need to go find some youths to sacrifice.
How old do you think that imp was that was hopping around the tree? Or did somebody
Not
roast
human.
him?
Well,
Not human.
it said human
Oh, we did say
youths,
human.
right?
Yeah.
And it was 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4
For what?
youths.
No, you only need to sacrifice 1 youth
Per year.
per year.
Oh, 1 youth.
Do we know why
Okay.
they haven't done that yet this year?
Well, all you know is all the rest of the monks in the temple seem to be dead. So if they did have a youth to sacrifice, there would be no one to sacrifice it.
Okay.
I would ask this monk, do you know who might have killed all of the other monks?
And you're saying you didn't?
No? He found them.
Then he looks back at the guy. Then maybe that guy did.
Why is there an ant in your kitchen? A 5 or 6 foot ant in your kitchen.
Yeah. And you mean...
Whatever his name is.
Anthony?
You mean Anthony? No. Quirksling? You mean Quirksling?
So you know, Sling?
Quirksling, he's been our chef for decades.
Okay, well, he's still alive.
Oh, that's
What
interesting.
about the imp in the library and then the imp by the tree. You know that one?
Yeah, Smurtrigs and Salza. Yeah, I guess we're glad they're still alive.
Yeah, we're certainly glad they're still alive. Right, Ken?
Yep. Definitely.
But was there anybody else alive that we ran into up there? Trying to remember.
I don't think so.
You might remember the drunk that let you in,
Oh, yeah.
and there were supposedly other. I don't know if I told you this, but there was other guards.
Would tell him about those as well.
You-
So those are the only living creatures that we've seen on our way in. Everybody else was dead. In their beds, mostly.
Well, and he would say, we don't have guards. Look at us. All of us monks have shaved heads. And you notice his shaved head. And there shouldn't be anyone in the monastery that looks anything other than us. Kirksling and the imps, I guess, and the tree. But everyone else that resides at the monastery are monks like me.
The drunk had hair. Did the other guards also have hair?
Well, they weren't part of the monastery.
The drunk seemed like he was.
He was in monk's robes, you said.
What did I say? So, let's see. I had a picture. Not quite monk's robes.
Definitely not bald.
Definitely not bald.
Monk's robes.
Do you think he's the youth?
Not if you had a beard and shaggy. As you described the person in the picture, he says, that doesn't sound like a youth to me.
So it seems like maybe these bald guards have something to do with the murders.
Could be.
You have 15 minutes before all hell rises.
That's enough talking for me.
All right, you want
Someone else can go now.
Should we wake this guy up and talk to him? Right, this guy's alive, right?
He was unconscious.
I thought he was just knocked out. Yeah. Should we try to wake him up?
Do we have any way to find out how much truth there is behind have they really sacrificed somebody every year?
Yeah, that's an insight check usually. But in the case of what you're saying, so that's a D20 contest, and you have one of your things is insight. So just start with a D20.
Yeah. Natural 20.
Oh yeah. You feel extremely confident that it all makes sense in your mind.
Okay.
Right? And this guy seems very sincere.
Okay.
So if you that's called an insight check. If you ever want to see a person's motivations or if someone's telling the truth or not, you would say, "Hey, could I have an insight check?"
Okay.
Right? And then you have a modifier. It's on the list there somewhere.
Can I roll again?
Yeah, go ahead.
That is 17.
17 is not enough. Not the number I said.
Yeah, that's all right. I knew it was going to be hard.
You're still stuck.
Yeah. So, who hasn't spoken? Tremor, Belinda, do you have anything to add? Let's throw out.
Healing potions work on paralysis?
Nope.
Greater restoration. Lesser restoration.
Is he still in the area of effect?
Is he still in the air? Who's he?
Trevor, right? Trevor's the one who's
No, you got me out of there.
Oh, I am so sorry. I will wake you up next turn.
Okay.
I thought you were still in there.
Our turns are loose, so you cast your spell.
Yeah, okay, Lesser Restoration, you're awake now. Cures blinded, deafened, paralysis, or poisoned.
Happy birthday!
He's telling us we have 15 minutes to go sacrifice a youth. And
14
we're not
minutes.
coming up with any better ideas.
And I can hear everything. So I'm gonna run out. I'm gonna go try to find a youth. I mean, we can decide not to use it at the last minute, but we kind of have to have one if we're gonna save the day.
Okay. Hope there's a punk kid nobody likes in town.
I mean, I'm thinking there's either not, or that person's been killed.
You may want to check out the
Because
guards
the violence
too.
here.
Somebody might want to come and find the guards.
So just to be clear, there is no brandy. You didn't stockpile any from last year.
And if we save you, you'll make us brandy. All the brandy we want.
Right. I'm gonna
Well,
start.
it takes some
tying
time.
the hands of,
Don't pull it out of my ass.
feet of this guy.
What was that, Ken?
I'm gonna start tying the hands and feet of the guy I pulled out of the ring.
Okay.
Rings of saving throws.
The
Wolfie.
La Juke.
Does he look like he's paralyzed or
He's unconscious.
he's unconscious? Can I tell if he's stable or if he's dying?
He looks very sickly. Like he's aged. It's so he has gray hairs and you're a little bit surprised a man of this age would adventure into a dungeon like this.
Maybe he's been here for a while.
Okay.
I gotta go. We got 15 minutes or less.
So you dash upstairs, you go find the stairs, you climb up the ladder, you find the stairs, you go back up main level, you're in the room with the idol again, the underneath the thing, right? And
I do the thing that I have to do.
yeah, the courtyard, you go to the courtyard, there's the drunk again. Caleb is out there back against the, because it's been what, an hour maybe?
He still looks the same condition.
He's
Taking a good look at him as I run by.
Yeah,
he look young?
he does
He's
not
just,
look
like,
young.
covered with a beard?
Yeah, he's covered with beard.
But he's older.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm continuing. Do I see any of the guards that we saw on the way in?
Sure. You know, at this point, there's a bonfire going, there's a kettle of water, and there's 3 guards sitting around it. By this time, they're having their breakfast for lunch because they slept in.
No evidence of a kid.
Hey, you get out there and they say, "Hey, where'd you come from? Get out of here!"
Where's the kid?
And they look at each other. What kid?
Did you see a kid?
Do we look like kids?
I'm coming back here with a kid.
Well,
I just
why do
run
you
off.
get out of here?
I'm-
You run out.
Confuse him and just take off. So yeah, I'm running to the village and trying to find a kid.
Caleb, why'd you let him in? What? He leans back and says, "All right, so that's what Tremor did. Belinda, what are you doing?"
So we ran down to the village.
Oh!
Who's coming
Did
with
you go with him?
Yes.
Bay, what did you do?
Stayed here with this guy. I'm gonna want to try to wake him up.
Okay. And how are you doing that?
I'm hoping at least one person stayed with me. The basics: throw water on him, use a healing light on him. We'll advance up in levels of in-depthness.
All right. Constitution check for the dude, and he rolled a 4. So he's still unconscious. Yorlok, what are you doing?
I'm hanging out with Bay to see what's going on.
Yorlok, at least Yorlok's with you, Bay. Jeff, what are you doing?
Yay!
I would have gone with Noel's character.
Trevor?
Tremor. Okay. So Tremor and Jeff and Belinda run into the village. We have Bay and Yorlock. Let's start with you, Bay and Yorlock. You're trying to wake him up. How long does it take him to wake up? How long does it take for him to wake up? Let's pick a die. This looks like a good die. After 3 minutes, it seems to work. Finally, he between splashing him with water and feeding him healing potions, finally he comes out of his stupor. He says, "Oh, what happened?"
I want to say I used 3 healing lights on him. One per minute.
Okay. Healing light, so that's one of your spells.
It's one of my subclass features.
Okay.
So if you want to roll 3d6, you can give him hit points for that. Assuming he was not at full hit points already.
No, yeah, he was down. Okay, he got some. He's like, "Oh, why do my bones ache? My joints are so sore. What'd you do to me?"
Saved you, most likely.
What?
Did you kill everyone here?
What? Kill? What?
We're on a tight schedule. I need you to answer questions rapid fire here.
What?
TikTok.
He's rubbing his head. And kill? I don't know. Maybe?
What's the last thing you remember?
I was approaching the idol. And he looks at the idol and he says, "Hey, don't go into that white and gray area."
Yep.
I was celebrating my 10th birthday.
I was looking for some brandy. And the monks wouldn't give it to us. So, we had to twist their arms of sorts, you know what I mean? And
By killing them?
well, you do what you got to do.
Make an example.
And they wouldn't give up the brandy.
Yes, you may be twisted too hard.
Okay. And how old are you?
I don't know. I've been around 3 decades, 30-ish, something. I don't know. But he looks well every bit of 60. He has way too much gray hair. Way much too gray hair to be only 30 something.
I mean, I don't know how quickly Tabaxi's age.
No.
Every 1 human year.
He looks at, why is my hair all gray?
It's just dust.
I wonder how long he's been there.
Yeah.
What year is it?
And he tells you the year.
Is that the year I think it is?
Yeah, he tells you the year you think it is.
Okay.
Well, we just got here a couple days ago. I don't know what day is it. What day is it? You tell him the day. Yeah, it's been a couple days.
Okay. So the monks. You potentially killed the monks. Did you run across any youth?
Yeah, there was we locked him up in one of the houses up there. He was causing all sorts of problems, so we locked him up in one of the buildings.
Okay. Follow us. You gotta show us where.
What? Why?
Because he's gotta save the town.
Save the town?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the youth is gonna save the town? All right. Meanwhile, back up.
You're going door to door. Got any kids you don't like?
And then you finally the mayor. What are you doing? I thought you guys were youthful.
They're missing the kid. The kid's missing. We need a kid. Well, we're all gonna die.
We gave him a kid last week.
Well, he's not there. They don't know about any kid. And now there's less than 20 minutes, less than 10 minutes to get a kid in there. We need any kid. Oh, any kid.
You look around, you don't see any children. Parents don't tend to keep their kids around.
There's no kids like skateboarding or spray painting or, fair hooligans.
Even a young troublemaker.
Where's the picture?
Teenager. Even a young adult.
Oh, this one. Mega Man in his background. Yeah, there's some shoes with the tied up, right, hanging over the
telephone.
No, oh, those are bird wires.
Oh yes, the bird wire.
Keep those pesky crows from the. All right, so I'll look at Belinda and Plan B.
Well, so you gave them a youth to be sacrificed.
A week ago.
Oh, it was less than a week ago. We gave the monks a youth, and then that other group came to get some brandy, and now you guys came today.
Maybe that other group fouled things up.
So I'm going to ask, has he seen the kid that he sent a week ago?
No, we
He's
gave
got-
him for sacrifice.
He's either still got to be there or escaped. And if he escaped, then we're screwed either way.
There's no other youth.
So let's go back there and maybe search all the buildings, and maybe we can find something.
Okay.
Maybe question these guards some more, because it sounds like they're not bald, right? We learned that. So I think there's reason to question their motives at this
Guard?
point.
There's
They're not monks.
There was the drunk one at the gate. There were
are
some
no
other
guards.
guards around.
There are no
There were
guards
there were 3 guards around the fire drinking their morning tea,
plus the guy that's
Okay.
a bum on the
plus
side.
the drunkard.
Okay.
And the old guy in the statue said they don't have guards. There's only monks. They're bald. So then these guys must be these people that came looking for wine or whatever, whiskey, brandy. They got to know something.
They were lookouts.
They got to know something.
They've been sitting there for 3 days. When did he say this other group came through?
A few days ago,
Okay.
they were looking for brandy just like you.
All right.
So hoof it back.
Yeah.
And by the time you get there, you get to the gate, and the drunkard, I can't let you in. The guards say no. He looks back to the guards. Guards, he says yes.
I just push him to the side.
And he pushed the gate open. It wasn't even locked, and he falls down. And those 3, they draw their weapons. And they say, "Get out." But then, as they approach you, so that's when
I'm
Bay,
showing my most ferocious intensity.
Bay, you and Yorlock, you come out of the temple just as 3 guards are approaching Jeff, Tremor, and Belinda.
They can handle themselves. Okay, which door? Which room?
And Luciak says, that one. And he points. You guys made a beeline for the temple. You guys didn't take any time to look into these
Yeah,
things.
no,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
He's in. Why do you
But
need
if
the
we
kid
found
though?
if we found a kid locked up by himself, we might have let him go.
Why do you need the kid though? And so
Not fully sure.
he leads you over there. And meanwhile, these 3 hooligans, they're approaching you. These guards with their drawn weapons. They had to look for him for a second. They pick him up. Says, "Get out of here now!"
And so I'm still running at them.
Uh,
And I am now going to cast Primal Savagery. And so claws are coming out of my hands. Fangs are coming down.
oh, nice.
Dang.
Give me roll intimidation with advantage.
Where's So that is 13 plus the Primal Savagery of 2, so that's 15.
15? Yeah. And so the one of them looks at the other and says, he looks at it and he says, Lujac, you're back? Where you been? And there's, you don't pay us enough for this. We'll see you back at the Wizard's Tower. And they drop their weapons and they run off.
And so I'll re-engage with our party and the guy that's leading him to a building.
Okay.
just let him
What's
go.
going on? Lujac's still...
My hope was to avoid a fight.
Lajuk.
Yeah, but now we've seen you like
Yeah.
wolf out. You're like, dang, man.
And it wasn't like full werewolf, but it was something.
Yeah, it's an ability your
Yeah.
guy has.
It's a spell.
So you go to the building, and he...
How long does it last?
Lajuk,
Cantrip. Well, you know,
So did you?
it's
One round.
basically
So you
for the
still-
purpose you
one
just
round,
used it.
Yeah. One round.
So you went back.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it is it's a like a augmented hand attack.
So he takes you to the building. And in there you find this a boy. Do I have a boy for him? Yeah, this guy.
Come, boy, you get to be a hero today.
They spin.
But you saved me. You're gonna let me go? Yay! And he makes a break for the door. What?
I said you get to be a hero today.
What if I don't want to be a hero?
This
We
kid
all
looks like
have
a
to
punk.
do things we don't want to do.
Go
Sorry,
ahead-
what did you say?
Go ahead, Wes.
This kid looks like a punk.
He looks like he's probably... yeah, he's more youthful than appearance because I look at his...
Looks like a cartoon version of my son. You don't see a little Kyle in there? No?
Maybe when Kyle was 10.
Yeah, not today.
So
He struggles, but you have him grappled.
without delay, I'm
Now what?
taking him to the tree.
You take him
I'm
down.
telling him what we're doing.
You take him down the tree and you sacrifice him to
Well, I'm also bringing this
Lajuk.
the old guy. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
This guy who was there.
Let's get rid of this. This guy.
Yes.
You
He's going to be forced to watch this.
all of you take him back down to the tree.
I want to take a minute. I mean,
Well,
go
we'll
ahead,
walk.
go ahead. But I want to take a minute to look at the other buildings.
Ah. You look at your wrist.
No, I'm not saying they can go do the thing, but I'm going to hang back and check the other buildings.
You hang back and check the other buildings. Let's see here.
Good
A2.
You never know.
By all means, sacrifice the whelp. But
Let's see. There's a garden area. There's a latrine. There's a building with sleeping quarters. There's a storage facility. A library full of books.
storage facility.
I'm sure the brandy's not.
Yeah, it looks like brandy.
Oh, there's a beautiful bottle of brandy sitting right there.
Sweet.
Do you taste it?
Oh,
It's
For real? There's a bottle of brandy.
I'm gonna say there is because it's funny to me.
Fine, we got what we need. We don't need to sacrifice the kid.
Just gonna have time before I think.
You look at the
label say.
the label says something that does not say Lar-Shann Brandley.
Damn. Cheap imported stuff.
Or it's the brandy inside of a disguised bottle
Yeah.
to hide it.
And a library, and then a priest quarters, and a dining hall.
Wait, what was in the bottle? Some other kind of brandy.
Some other brandy. It was good quality.
I'm keeping it.
There you go. You have a bottle of fine brandy. You'd think it'd cost like 10 gold pieces for this bottle of brandy.
Sweet.
Sweet, yes, but strong.
Smoky.
All right. So that's what you search the other buildings. The rest of you take him and Lajuk is following you. It's like, why are you killing? What do you want to kill this little guy for?
This is the way it has to be, and you've caused this situation to happen. The way it's happened.
Why? I killed the nasty monks that wouldn't give up their brandy. That's all I did.
And these are the monks that make the brandy, and they need a sacrifice.
The monks
What
need a
a
sacrifice?
The big idol on top.
Yeah, you saw the big monster.
That's good.
Yeah, sorry.
Wes? Go ahead.
Do you want us to sacrifice you too? I would say to the guy.
No. Well,
Then get out of our way.
so you take him back down to the tree.
Yes.
Isn't the boy's struggling, right? And every once in a while he gets loose, but someone else grabs him, right? You've got him outnumbered and overpowered. And Lajuk's like, I don't want any part of this. I just want the brandy.
First thing I look around, is the imp there alive, or is he on the ground dead?
The imp by the tree was fried to a crisp,
I
right?
was wondering if he managed to come back somehow.
Yeah.
There was something we had to do. We have that book that has the ritual, right? The things we had to do.
I think you just push him into the tree. I mean, that's what happened to you.
That's what the imp did, yeah.
I have a ritual
Okay,
to make
The brandy.
Yes, we have. Yeah, the book had the ritual for brandy, correct?
I want to make sure this kid's
Something
not
about telling
sacrificing.
jokes to the grapes. So the tree spat out Trevor when it didn't like him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Faye is having moral conundrums about this
as
whole
you
scenario.
should.
We all are. I mean, I'm not excited about it, but there's no time to consider the.
During the mad dash, was Faye able to ask his patron if any advice on how to get out of this situation?
Don't do it! Don't do it!
Or
Yeah,
if his patron knew what the threshold for youth was.
So, first of all, thank you. I'm going to give you a point of inspiration for even thinking of it. You're not going to get this every time, but I want to encourage you to lean on your deity more often. Okay? So, first, a point of a luck for thinking of it. Now I want a religion check.
Okay. Religion.
Remind me the text you put in the Discord. Where did we find that?
In a book.
That is a 5.
A 5. So your deity, Lar-Shann, something like.
Pergati.
Say it again.
Oh, so that's its name. Chilini.
Yeah. He says, it seems like killing a young man seems wrong.
Yeah, I agree.
Why were you there?
Why was I where?
At the monastery?
Because we needed brandy.
So get some brandy.
Just leave the town to its fate.
Well, it sounds like you're gonna. I mean, listen. The town's fate is the town's fate. Get the brandy and get the heck out of there.
But there's no brandy.
Is there no brandy, or did you just not find any?
Well, that's fair.
All right. So, who hasn't talked in a while? You're all up. What are you doing?
So we're still almost bickering amongst ourselves on are we going to sacrifice the kid or not?
Yeah, and over the loudspeaker, sacrifice is imminent, or mass destruction will occur.
So
Like 5 minutes, we're down to. Yeah, you went to search the different buildings.
Yeah, no, I'm not there. No, it's
Yeah.
it's just part of the equation is, do you believe the 100-year-old text that says the giant thing's going to come to life?
I'm still not. I still think the 100-year thing is as much hogwash. I'm still not believing that. And
If it happens to be true, let's just fight the thing.
Yeah, we're gonna melt. We're
One
just
way
gonna,
to go.
we're gonna throw fireballs at it and melt it.
Wes,
We only have a few.
Wes, what's Jeff doing?
I just throw the kid into the tree.
Jeff grabs the kid from Tremor.
Tries to.
Oh, now you're
He
changing your
pulls
mind
at the kid from you. What did you resist?
I will resist.
What's your strength?
Oh, change of heart. You were all right. You were like, "Give me a baby. I'll chuck it in the whatever." 5 minutes ago.
What's your strength?
I'm looking. It's good, but I don't think it's as good as Jeff's.
Jeff,
moral-
give me a
moral
strength
compass
roll.
of This group
Add-
is
No roll.
15, so plus 2.
Plus 2. That makes it your difficulty class of 12. Do you have proficiency in athletics?
Ooh.
No.
What'd you roll, Jeff?
A 5.
So you grab at his arm, but Tremor says, "No! Let's think this through.
We got a few seconds.
Less than 5 minutes, man. Less than 5 minutes." As you kind of do a tug of war, and the boy says, "What? Don't I have a say in this?"
Is the town worth saving if they're willing to give up a kid every year?
Will he stop at just the town? It's the... And then the barbarian says, "You see, this is the classic trolley problem. Do you kill one guy to save a whole bunch?"
Isn't the trolley problem, you know that danger's actually there, though? We don't know that this danger's real.
Well,
You
except
could just roll the dice.
I'm going to qualify that a little bit. Remember your encounter with the tree. When he spit out Tremor, what did he say?
Too old or something like that?
Too old, and he didn't want to consume him anyway. And remember what the imp was saying? The tree, if you recall back then, your characters would remember that he had said something to the effect as, "Your time is almost up," right? So the imp in the tree, if you remember, you would remember, somewhat corroborated what this legend said.
So the tree spitting out that it's too old. Would
And
further
but
support
it was more than that. He said he didn't want to accept the sacrifice anyway. And there was conversation there during that was resolved that battle that they basically said, "I can feel myself. My time. I'm almost free." The tree was saying that.
So the tree wants to escape.
the tree. Okay, well, the tree can talk, but we were told not to believe the tree.
And why would they tell you not to believe the tree? Who told you not to believe the tree?
The paper, the book.
Written by
Who wrote it?
Monks.
the monks. So,
So-
would the monks want you to believe the demon-possessed tree?
No, they said,
Potentially.
don't listen to
Does
the
that mean the tree is not telling you the truth?
tree. Yeah.
Okay.
The book said don't harm the tree, but it said don't listen to the tree.
The book written by the monks that want to keep the demon bound to the tree tell you not to listen to the
tree.
demon in the tree.
The
Yes.
demon that said
It's about to go free.
Unless the monks were lying about a demon being in the tree and they just wanted to keep something in there.
Well, there you go. It's a matter of what you want to believe.
wait, I'm confused. The
There-
books written by the monks
Yes.
that were here tending this place
That have trapped a demon in a tree.
said, don't harm the tree, don't listen to the tree.
That's right.
But they were the ones also that had the tradition of feeding a youth every 100 years.
That was good.
Or every year.
Every year. Once a year.
That was part of
Sacrifice
the
a
idea, too.
youth.
Above
By-
all else, ensure that the ritual to bind a youth to the tree is
Done
done
once
each year.
That's right.
That was part of their instructions.
And why? And what would that ensure?
It said, else all is lost.
Okay. What would they lose?
All.
What is all? What do you think their all is?
Brandy.
The brandy.
The life-giving brandy.
Yep.
That's right. That is right. So if you defied their rules, what would happen?
We ain't gonna get brandy.
Why?
Because they ain't gonna be no one to make it. And they
No.
lose the
The demon possessed tree no
It makes
longer.
Or-
They're using the fruit from this tree
to make the brandy.
to make the brandy. So if they lose the demon possessed tree, they will no longer have the life giving fruit to make their brandy.
Meow.
But they're all dead, which maybe result in there wasn't a whole lot of fruit on the tree.
Yeah, there was. There was plenty. There were.
Yeah, I took a whole bunch. We took bushels.
Yeah.
Okay. But for whatever reason,
There isn't any longer because it's all been.
We kept some.
You do have some.
We have about a half. Squished down, it would be about half a bottle.
So maybe Anthony can help us make it. Oh man.
You have 1 minute left.
so I want to wait out. I want to wait it out.
Yeah. So the tree.
So you and you're leaning that way too now.
I'm
give me shit.
hesitating because I'm a cleric.
The tree
I'm supposed to
is.
kill people.
Okay.
As
I'm
you
dark,
stand
but
there
I'm not
in the room with the tree is kind of quivering and shaking with power as it seems like something inside is about to burst out.
I'm not even there.
You're there now.
Oh, okay.
They
Just in the time.
well, yeah. There's 1 minute left, and you finally make it back down there. Jeff,
Jeff was still trying to get.
do you try to grab him again?
I mean, not if, like everybody else, is even through this. I mean,
So we gonna stand there with the kid right next to the tree. If it really starts going to hell, we shove him in, or does he think it's gonna be too late after the timer goes off?
Once the timer goes off, the time is too
We're
late.
kind of deciding. Yeah.
right. I lost the strength contest, right?
Yeah.
So,
And
All right.
his argument that we wait, has got me hesitating. And I don't know what to do. And so I think we're gonna wait.
I think we wait and suffer the consequences.
Have all of our weapons drawn, ready to go.
Oh boy. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, get behind us, kid. Sorry for dragging you down here.
do we want to be in here with the tree? I guess maybe we do. See what happens.
So as the tree starts to quake and quiver, and a ghostly aspiration surrounds it, consumes it, and flows through the ceiling and goes up to the idol, and you feel the whole structure shake. The ceiling tiles are quivering. It looks like it's going to collapse on you.
I told you I would be back.
Get out.
The curse has been broken.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's almost like your
Breaking
words
curses is
don't
good.
reach him.
But is it like we were worried about the building's going to collapse?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
building is
So we're
collapsing.
getting the hell out.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, I want you each to roll a luck check.
Well, it's a good thing my skill in that just increased.
Yeah.
16.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
you all have a number rolled.
Hang on.
yes.
All right, let's start with Tremor.
5.
5. As you run out, you are hit by debris, causing 15 points of bludgeoning damage. Roll a dexterity check.
Dexterity. That is a 17 plus.
Yeah,
2.
it was just a big piece of lumber. It grazed you. You weren't pinned. Belinda,
14.
14. Nat 20. 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
Building rolled a 20. Okay.
And I'll let you roll a dexterity check, but you are... No. In this case, a beam fell on top of you, pinned you to the ground. You can use your strength to try to get out.
Okay, so it's 20 damage either way. And strength saving throw?
Yes.
Okay. Nat 20. Woo!
Yeah, you found something to lever, and you levered it off you, and you're back up. Thank goodness there are no broken bones in D&D. Bay, what number did you roll?
16.
16. You had a 12?
Or what? 14 was
14, and you had something less. All right, a 16 we're going to say is okay. You were able to dodge stuff along the way, but the building is absolutely coming down around you. Yorlock, how'd you do?
18.
18. You must have followed Bay's footsteps. Jeff, how'd you do?
16.
6. I think I heard
5.
1 5.
1 5.
Yeah. Are you happy with that number?
If I need 16.
I think it's been different for everyone.
No, I don't think so. I had a set number.
Roll?
I had a set number. 16 worked, 18 worked. So 14.
Well, extend one luck.
Yeah, so as you think you're about ready to get hit by some falling debris, you clicked your heels together and just did a sidestep out of pure luck. You spent 1 point of luck. All right, it missed you. You make it out of the building just as it collapsed, but that's just the beginning, because this huge ass idol made of gold.
Did the creepy old man come with us too, or he stayed in the statue?
You don't see him.
Okay. And did you drag the youth along, or did you let him go?
I'm protecting the youth as we go.
And Lejuk is... How'd Lejuk do? 5. He got hit by 20 points. Yeah, he's unconscious.
The kid?
No.
The wolf.
Oh, yeah, because he didn't have...
Is it wolf or cat, or what is it?
Tabaxi? I don't know.
Tabaxi? Okay.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of damage. A girder came down and pierced him right through the chest. Yeah, he you look back and he seems to be dead. Oh. And there's the drunk killer who's like, oh man, this is a trip. As you run by, he goes, wait, do you see that? Ha ha! I am Lar-Shann, the laughing god. You had me trapped, but no more. I am free. Ha ha ha!
Let you out. You're welcome.
You are all my subjects, and you will perish.
Well, yeah.
And he lifts up a food, and one of the buildings just gets squished. And you hear off the and bells ding ding ling ding 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 ding.
Clancy.
So too late to change our eyes and give up the kid.
It's all your fault. You said not to do it.
We were all waffling.
I was all ready to kill him.
Yeah. Yep. Because we're every 20 seconds we're changing our minds and everything.
And he, thanks for saving me. And if there's nothing else, I'll be on my way. And Carrick tries to rip his arms free. I think that if you hadn't, you would have had disadvantage on your luck checks.
Yeah,
You were holding him the whole way running out.
I would have kept him protected on the way out. But
Yeah,
since we got out,
he was running with
I might have
you.
looked at the scene and been distracted. Sure enough.
When he's running with you, trying to get out there just the same as you were, and you got out there, you could have grabbed him again, and he rips his arm free. I think I'll be on my way. As he makes run. My God! It's not my God. So you're making a. What are you doing? You have this, and then the golden idol, 100-foot. I don't know, how tall do you think this guy is?
It was 40 foot at one time.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
well,
sorry,
he was sitting. Oh, come on.
So, if he clears the statue clears the building, would it be safe to go back into? I think. I mean, because we never searched.
Except for every time he stomps his foot, the whole ground quakes.
As long as he's not smashing
building- The building's still standing?
No, it's half. I mean, somewhat, but it's half collapsed too. It was the roof, right? It just stood up, and the whole building, the ground underneath it, quivered. That's what it would look like.
There's a statue of a groundhog when we need it.
Is there anything back in this idol we need to go look at? The man behind the curtain.
Well, if we can get to it. But
You want to go back down into the temple?
I guess I'm wondering what the crew here is there something with the man behind the curtain idol location that we should go back and.
You just seem like a devout follower to me.
So now this thing has stood up and is rampaging the town?
Oh yeah, town, the monastery.
Okay.
It's doing step on the buildings everywhere around this. So it had 9 buildings. It picks up its feet, and stomps on a second building. Boosh. All right, Tremor, what are you doing?
He's trampling the monastery, right?
Yes.
And you've already searched the buildings and found nothing.
The outbuildings, yeah.
We said this guy was between 40 and 100. It is now 90 feet tall. 40 plus 90 feet tall. Didn't change. That's just what it is. I just made it up.
We gotta get the brandy. We're gonna get the brandy. The only
I
way to
mean,
get
we
brandy
got a bottle.
is what we
I found some brandy, but I don't think it's the stuff that we were
We
supposed
could
to
we could
find.
make a forgery. If you have brandy, we got the bottle that they put the nice brandy in.
We do?
Yeah, all we need is the label.
You want to try to fool the guy that's going to help you out?
I'm gonna rush back into the building.
Yeah.
I'm going down to these doors. I'm
Yep.
gonna try them.
Okay. Okay, that's what Tremor's going to do. Belinda, what are you going to do? Tremor says, let's go back down. See if we can find something. Right? Is that what you're doing? Yeah.
Maybe there's some in rooms we didn't check.
All right. I don't want you going alone. All right.
Belinda's going. Bay, what are you doing?
I'll follow Belinda.
All right. Yorlok, what are you doing? You're going to rush back into the burning building?
Yeah, can I get back into the idol?
Well, that's where Tremor's heading.
Yeah, they're heading down there, and
Yeah.
when they get down there, I'm gonna go the other direction.
All right. That's Yorlok. Jeff, what are you going to do? Wes?
I don't know.
You're going to sit here and think about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so Tremor, you get to here. You have doors on your left and right. Where do you want to go? Tremor?
Oh, I'm sorry. For some reason, the name didn't register. I'm going down. I go into the first door on the right.
On the right?
Yeah.
That's a great choice.
Why do I regret it?
Yeah. And that is this one. And as the building is shaking, dust falling from the ceiling as it is physically unstable, you look into the room. Room's walls are lined with shelves, books teetering, scrolls teetering, but there's no other furnishings are evident in the room. On the worn, filthy blue filmed rug is a huge pile of ash, dust, and bone, with several crooked skulls leering out at you. To your horror, this heap of filth starts shuffling the skull's jaws, and gouts of dust puffing upward as it hisses at you. The brandy. We needs the brandy.
And it's not here.
And you close the door.
Wait.
I'm alone.
Nope, you're not alone. Belinda is right behind you. Belinda, he just opened and closed the door and says, don't want to go in there.
Nope. Okay, we tried one on the other.
Try the other side?
Other side of the.
Yeah. You open the other door.
Other places, yeah. He's dead.
Wall to wall brandy.
You open the door and there's walls and no.
Casks.
Nice try.
Huge. Filled.
Huge casks of brandy.
Water wall, floor to ceiling in the attic.
Here we go.
Straight out of Kentucky.
This room appears to be a mockery of a well-appointed room for genteel lovers of literature. The two comfortable chairs reside with a tall lamp between them. A low table holds 3 tumblers and a bottle, an empty bottle.
No.
In the chair furthest from the door is a robed man with a chalk white skin. He is mostly bald with black gums and pale at his skin. Even his eyelids are covered with blue film. I have a picture of him somewhere. So throw out that description and looks something like that. What's going on? Why? You feel that the earth is moving.
We have to save the brandy.
Yes,
Brandy? You have the brandy? All is not lost.
No, that's what my question to you is. Is there some brandy?
He picks up the bottle. My brandy is gone. My life force is about to run out. Please bring me some brandy.
Where is it kept?
There was. He looks up around. He looks up into the shadows above the ceiling. He says, "Shh, come closer." And you get right up to him. He says, "Underneath the idol, I hid one last bottle."
Oh crap. Okay. Underneath the idol.
Shh. He looks up. "Bring it to me, and my life will be spared."
All right, we'll see if we can find it.
Yeah. But dropping from the ceiling are the 2 of these guys.
Ah!
Also,
Where'd they come from?
Yes, bring us the brandy.
Okay. Bye.
All right. 2 attacks. Ooh, an 18 and a 19. As supernaturally long tongues wisp out at you. And what was the damage? Let me find my. I used a Drow Archromancer. So you take. Okay. I need a Constitution saving throw twice.
You got 3 arms? Is that supposed to be?
Yeah.
An 18 and a 6.
Yeah. So you take 12 and 12.
This is not going to be good.
So the 20 points of damage, but then because you failed, you take another 20 points of poison damage. And you feel like you've aged 20 years.
And I'm unconscious.
So Belinda,
Wait, so total of 40?
a total of 40.
Yeah, okay.
Total of 40 points of damage. And
When you go negative, it doesn't matter how negative you go, right?
it doesn't matter how
Okay.
negative you go.
It won't let me do... Oh, there we go.
Tremor, you saw Belinda go in there and she was talking to somebody and he just collapsed to the ground.
I didn't see
Uh-oh.
any of this happen.
Hey, there's Brandy.
Yeah.
There was no fight.
There was no fight. These things came from out of the shadows and attacked him in surprise.
Like, hit me in the back as I was coming out the door. Sounds like.
Supernatural tongues. 10, 15-foot long tongues.
So I saw that.
Sure, I'll say you saw it.
I'm just trying to figure out what I'm dealing with.
Yeah, something very creepy.
Yeah. Can I?
And you saw Belinda age right in front of your eyes.
Yeah. So am I able to grab him and pull it up?
I will say yes.
I'm
Use
gonna
your
grab him, pull it
turn.
out, and
You
close it.
close the door. You put your back to the door.
Yeah.
Or you jam it. Whatever you do, and he's out. But he's unconscious.
Bonus action. I will use. Well, I'll make sure I can do it. Divinity channel divinity, but I can't see how I can.
You heal
Divine
him.
Spark,
You heal him
yeah.
somehow.
1d8 plus 0.
All right. Get one. Roll a d8. Noel.
I'm on high. That's 4. It's good to get you up though.
It's 4
Hit points. You get 4 hit points. Okay. That's good for you guys. Bay, I think you were kind of right by them.
Yeah, I was following.
Yeah, so.
Don't open either of these doors.
And Tremor, you ran ahead, though. So before.
Tremor.
I'm sorry, Yorlock ran ahead. So, Bay, do you stay with these two as they check these rooms, or do you run forward with Tremor? Not Tremor,
I'll
Yorlock.
run ahead with.
Yorlock. You run forward with Yorlock.
I will run ahead with your lock.
Yorlock, you're leading the way into that room. What is your plan as you get in here, as you step in front of the white stripe?
So I recall now that if I go too far straight ahead, I paralyze myself, potentially. But things are different. So, you know what? I'm gonna run right into. I'm gonna run right straight
You run straight through.
through.
Give me a luck check. How's your luck? How lucky do you feel?
The building's collapsing. Certainly the power cord has been knocked out from this thing.
10.
10? No modifier on that?
What's your luck right now?
So my luck is at 9. Right?
9, so that's actually -1, so we make a 9. How do you feel about that roll?
Not very good.
Yeah, me neither. Fortunately,
Yep.
the demon has moved on. The power of this idol has lost some of it. The power of the idol was through the demon. I'm going to say it's gone. You run forward. What's your plan here? Bay, you're right behind him.
So I just want to dig inside of the idol, find what's inside of that thing.
You run up the idol. You whip it open. There's you got this guy. Doesn't look that much different than this guy. Maybe a little bit more spry. As he doesn't resist. he just sits and curls up in a fetal position against the wall, and he starts praying. And he says, he starts praying to his God. He says, Spirit, take me. So that's that. You look inside. Yeah.
Look inside it, and I'm asking about the brandy. We're still trying to figure this brandy thing out. And so I asked him one last time, is there anything about the brandy that what do we need to know?
He says, the brandy's gone. There's no more brandy. There'll never be brandy again. We let Lar-Shann loose. We will never be able to make brandy like we once did. Those days are past.
Where's your last stockpile? You don't want it to go to waste, do you?
What stockpile? We had no stockpile. And he says, if there were any brandy to drink, I would have drank it by now.
You didn't tell him.
I guess we're gonna try to make our own.
Under the statue.
I've been mostly dead all day.
Mostly, yeah.
What'd you say, Ken?
I guess we're just gonna have to make our own.
And he says, the facilities are crashing down amongst us. We're going to all perish at any second. But if that's your heart, follow your heart, young one. I will sit here and perish amongst the gods that I've worshipped for all these years.
Okay, so we're not finding much here.
You open up the idol, and you see that there are armholes in the idol. Like, it's almost like a suit you can wear.
So this is kind of cool. I can be like the greatest showman on earth kind of a dude.
Wow.
Put on.
It was cool, but we're all going to perish anyway. And you hear another boom. It probably third and fourth ones by now, as buildings are clapping around you.
So there's something to this what looks like a jacket.
Oh, it's not a jacket; it's a full body.
Full body.
So, like, he could put his arms and legs in it and walk around it.
It's a sarcophagus, like a coffin, like a mummy coffin.
With armholes.
Well, there's a place for the arms to sit. Yeah.
But it's an idol, I thought.
Yeah, it's an idol shaped like a sarcophagus.
So do we?
Yes, you can crawl in there. You could crawl in there.
Why don't one of the old guy when you put the old guy that is talking to us put him back in?
Old guy wants to. He says, "We're all going to die. Son, be at peace. Knowing your fate should bring you peace."
I seem to keep being the one that gets myself in trouble. I'm just gonna crawl inside of the idol.
You crawl inside the idol.
Yep.
What? Why aren't we leaving?
There's a thing to crawl inside of. We gotta find out what's going on with it.
Okay, you got 10 seconds.
Okay.
It's the magic elevator that shoots you up the.
I was there's another page. Yay!
Maybe you shoot down into the.
I need an
catacombs where they store
intelligence
the
and check. Intelligence check.
It's a TARDIS, and you're going back in time.
18, and I got a +4.
Nice. So you put your hands, and the hands just naturally kind of fall into these resting areas, and there's like rods that you can hold on.
So this is like a Tonka. This is like a.
Or a rocket ship or something.
But you know, the thing is still open.
Mm-hmm. So if I get this thing figured out, Bay, what do you think about shutting the door on me?
If you say so,
Let's do it.
I will. Okay.
Let's see what happens here.
Shut the door.
Shut the door.
Shut the door. All right. To manipulate the simple voice mechanism of the brown isle, but all right. And you hear voices, and your head says, "Do you commit yourself to service of Lar-Shann for the rest of your days?"
I don't think I want to go that far.
Counter offer, half an hour.
Can I get 30 minutes of it so I can use this thing to attack and destroy the big monster?
First. You keep it overnight.
I will take that as an.
Isn't the big monster Lar-Shann?
That's what you hear in your head. No one else heard it.
Okay.
Or you might ask, Bay, did you hear that?
Yeah. Okay. So I asked Bay, did you? And
Hear
I'm
what?
hearing. Yeah. So that's what I thought. Now I'm rethinking this, but this is. So I yell out to Bay is Lar-Shann the big monster stomping the.
It's the demon that was released from the tree.
Okay. And that's the thing that's stomping the house.
The fifth house you assume just got collapsed.
So I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take the idol and I'm gonna use this to go see if I can take care of the monster.
I think it's fair that we start rolling that. When that rolls a 0, that's going to be attack on this house, and we're going to have to roll another luck check. So what did you end up doing?
Yeah. So I'm pledging my allegiance to get control of this thing that I'm inside of.
All right. So you just committed your life to the service of Lar-Shann.
Yes.
All right. Roll a religion check.
Laughing God.
Okay, so you're committing your life to the service of the thing that you're then going to fight?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe as a loyal follower,
As a
you'll have
warlock,
some,
you could probably
some
appreciate
influence
that.
or favors from.
There's something called Silver Surfer, right?
Okay, that's not good. That's a 2.
That's a good point. Silver Surfer. Leading them to places to keep you safe.
A 2 on your religion check?
Yeah.
So, the good news is you have no idea what you just committed yourself.
Right? Yep.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yep.
So you ask Bay to close the door, close the latches on you.
Yep.
Bay, you comply?
Yeah.
All right. And all of a sudden, your vision changes and you have you feel like it's your body. And you've got full control of this idol.
So,
Pause.
Yep.
Bay. As you close the latch, and moments come and the arms separate, and it becomes a metallic humanoid person.
You're the Transformer.
More than me.
As he reaches up his arms and
Still in there?
he looks at the back of his hands.
Every time you go to battle.
All right.
Decepticons.
One that
kill it.
accepts
Decepticons attack.
service
So, fun
to
side note,
Lar-Shann.
Notice I've got the Decepticon logo on the back of my car. I've had my previous 2 cars were
Name
Autobots.
is
I
changed.
spotted it. What my 2 cars ago car recently
still has
is
the sticker on
changed
it.
yes
from your lock
in my
to
condo near
what?
near my office.
Who took the
Give
sticker off an Autobot?
5 options.
But it's so funny. He's like, "Oh, that looks like my old car." That is my old car.
So you asked a question, Bay?
Yeah, you still in there?
yeah, I'm in. Yep.
You in control?
I'm in control and I can. This is working. What shall we do?
Giant robot.
Are you gonna go fight that thing?
Yeah,
Or lead it away?
Let's go outside. Let me go see if we can find this thing.
Should be interesting.
The Lar-Shann's monster. The monster that I pledged allegiance to.
All right.
Okay.
In your head, you hear, your name is no longer Yorlok as a servant of Lar-Shann. And I got 5 choices for you here. All right. We'll go with the one. I gave 5 choices to see which one you like best.
Yeah.
Yorlar, the supplicant. Grinlock of the mirthful flame. Yorvol, the gilded voice. Lar-Shannak, the bound, or the laughing fang of Shann. Pick one of those and that'll be your new name.
Laughing fan of Sean.
You are now, forevermore, will be known as the laughing fang of Shann.
Okay.
And so that's how you would answer Bay. I am no longer Yorlok.
So I am no longer Yorlok. I am the laughing fane of Sean.
Oh. Okay.
Well, let's go up top and find out where this.
You rip your feet off. Your speed is now 20. I mean, you're in this basically robot of gold.
Yep.
Certainly priceless, right? As you, Bay, he starts working on. All right. Meanwhile, back with Belinda and Tremor. You're coming for. You start to hear off in the distance in the idol room, heavy footsteps. Oh, you know what? Okay. You hear destruction outside.
I'm helping you up.
Brandy on the roof.
What's on the roof? Yes.
Brandy.
No, he didn't say Brandon.
Under the statue.
Under the.
Well,
He meant the idol in there.
Idol. Yeah, not the big idol. The
Oh.
Just so clarification.
Oh, I
He
thought you meant the statue.
No, the idol in there.
Oh. Okay.
yeah, so I'm already helping you up and towards it.
It said there was bottled brandy under the idol.
Wait. Look at you.
As you rubbing your head and you
There's something. Get ready. There's something big coming.
you see the idol walking towards you. What do? But there's Bay kind of right at his side, kind of look at him, looking forward. Bay, you see Belinda, who's leading the way, right? Yes, because you know it was your idea and you know where to look.
I'm almost dead. Okay.
Okay, you're pushing Tremor forward. It's there. It's in there.
Yes.
Tremor, you see,
I will dive to the side.
you run in, you dive to the side. Belinda, no, don't leave me.
How big is this idol, this robot thing?
10 feet tall.
Does he fit
Well,
through
the good
door?
news is the idol's not over at the Randy anymore.
Makes you wonder how you're gonna climb the ladder.
Hey, what's going on here? Is this a Hulk monster
this is Sean.
situation?
Yorlak went in, came out.
So, friend, right? And I'm now looking
Yes.
at the idol. Friend, right?
All right. Meanwhile, back at the top, Wes, what are you doing? You know, it's been a few minutes and your friends haven't come back up.
You ever watch the mouse run between people's feet?
You've been watching this 90-foot.
Where did Tremor go? Tremor and was it Belinda? No.
Tremor and Belinda, as well as Bay and Yorlok, they all went into the temple and went back down. That's all you know.
Okay. And where this guy? Where was this guy here? I didn't follow that.
The guy on the screen?
Yeah.
The guy on the screen was on a side room. I mean, we're
We
telling
do
you
it,
above the table, right? Because your character stayed up top.
Oh.
Remember,
Yeah.
you were indecisive, and I'm sorry I didn't come back to you. Would you have changed your mind and followed him eventually, or did you actually stay up there and watch this demon? He's been stomping and destroying one building after another.
How long has it been? Like 5 minutes? 10
Oh,
minutes?
easy 5, probably more like 10.
Yeah. After 10 minutes, you'd probably say, you know what? I should probably go check on them.
Yeah. So, you finally get down there, and you see stomping towards you is this idol. It is the Lar-Shann idol, and behind him you think you see Bay kind of behind, but this stomping idol takes up the entirety of the dungeon. I mean, it's 10 foot tall, a good 4 feet wide.
Yeah. I throw my spear at it.
Tink, tink, tink.
Are we in the hallway still off the side, or did we go in the room?
I went into
You-
the room.
Belinda and Tremor dove to the side
In
as
the room.
it stomped. Yes,
Okay.
in that room as it stomped past. Yeah, give me an attack.
It's a 10.
A 10. Yeah, you hit it straight in the chest, and the spear falls to the ground in front of it. It steps and crushes your spear.
Yeah, I turn around and I run back out.
Yeah, bad idea. You run back out.
I should have stayed upstairs.
All right.
Is Sean
Bay, are you-
able to respond?
The laughing fang of Sean. Yeah.
The laughing man, Sean. So am I pretty much out of control here?
No,
Or
you
am
have you have your mind too. You know that you wanted to stop this thing somehow,
Yep.
and you have this golden robotic
thing that I'm inside of.
suit of armor. It seems heavy, and you just saw your friend hit you in the chest with a spear, and it bounced off. And you tested the strength of it. And you crushed his spear.
Yeah. So I'm thinking I want to try to go. How do I get outside? And how
Yeah.
do I-
Eventually, you come to a wall, and there's like a rope ladder.
Mhm.
You try to you rip the ladder down. But I think I want Bay. Do you continue to follow your new friend, or do you stay with Belinda and Tremor as they're in the room?
I think I follow
Yeah,
my new friend Sean.
that seems like a good idea. Belinda and Tremor, what are you doing?
Make our way to the space, the void now underneath the former.
You go up there, and where the idol was, you look. There's a hole.
And
There's a hole.
Man,
I mean,
said
it's
he stashed-
dark.
He said he left a bottle
yeah, so
under the idol.
I can
It's
see
five.
it
It's
now.
5 feet. You see gray tones. There's definitely this.
Is it like something I have to climb in, or is it something I can just reach down into?
Oh, it's 5 feet deep, so you could climb into it.
Carefully look through the
You're a
rubble.
dwarf.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll jump down there.
Careful.
You look around.
Careful. If it's here, we don't
Well, I
want
would
to break
have
it.
looked before I jumped.
Yeah. You go down there, and there's crates and bags.
I'm looking for the
Yeah.
brandy.
Give me an investigation check.
Is a 14 plus 0.
Yeah, it doesn't take you too long to identify. You open up a box, and within the box there's a bag. Right? It's well hidden, and there's one bottle.
All right, I'll put it back in the wrap in the box, and here, I'll hand it to you. I think this is it.
You grab the brandy, and you Give me a charisma saving throw. So,
5.
Belinda, you see him find it as he walks to the opening, because you're 5 feet tall, right? You barely have to crouch. And he gets the opening, and he gets the brandy, and he starts to open it.
No. Hey, we need to save that.
Yeah, but you come on, you want to drink this? It's the finest brandy you've ever seen.
I'm curious.
No. What are you gonna do? He's opening it. He's not responding to your words.
Can I reach him? Can I hit
Yeah,
him on the head or something?
You fall to your belly and you grab for it. Yeah? Is that what you want to do? Because he seems. Give me an insight check, real quick.
19 plus
Yeah.
whatever my bonus.
You
is.
feel like he is. His mind is. He's been
Being
charmed.
entranced.
Charmed.
Okay. So smacking him in the head is not going to do it. I need to try to get the bottle from him.
What do you want to try to do? He seems charmed and seems to be magically or some coerced to want to drink this thing. And he is unwrapping it. Like maybe twisting the little thing on this edge, and he's going.
Can I reach the bottle from where I am?
Would you like to reach the bottle from where you are?
Well, the same thing's might happen to me. Is there room for me to jump down in the hole too?
Sure.
So was it when I was about to hand it to him, or when I put it?
No,
took it
you,
out?
you took it out, and as you got the box, you thought it was, and you took the box out, you took the bag out, and once you saw what it was, and by then you were underneath the hole in the floor, and that's when you said, "Oh yeah, I gotta have this."
Okay. So I jump down next to him, and I'm gonna try to get it from if possible, like grab the cloth or the box and try to put it back.
Okay.
Try not
That
to
this
touch
feels
it.
like a dexterity check to me. What's your dexterity?
+2, so 14.
That's what I have as well.
Plus what
So
did
I
you roll?
just rolled with the +2. It's a 20.
All right. So the difficulty class was 12, 10 plus your modifier. So you wrapped it up in the bag and you covered it up so you can't see it anymore. And
Hey!
at first you say hey, but then you snap out your fog. The fog clears and like, oh my god, that thing is cursed.
Yeah, be careful.
You look like you were about to drink it.
The bag within a box. You close up the box.
So this is what we were. I think this is it. But obviously we don't touch it. It's evil.
Evil.
All right.
Looking around, anything else of?
Yeah, we need to get the fuck out of here.
All right, I just rolled a 0 on this die. The monster has just backhanded the building you are in. I need a new luck roll from each of you. Jeff, Wes, you can roll with advantage.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I rolled a 4 for you.
Meaning what? I got to beat a 4?
No. Meaning
4
I
points.
saw you roll and you didn't make it.
Yeah.
You took 4 points of damage. Now make a dexterity. Nope.
Unconscious people don't do dexterity.
Oh, 4 points put you under again?
That's all I had.
You didn't heal yourself?
No.
All
right.
I rolled a 9.
9? You took 19 points of damage. Are you under? Oh, he's unconscious too. All right.
I forgot to heal myself and I'm the cleric.
Oh, man, TPK coming. We have Yorlock.
I rolled a 1.
No, I'm sorry. You. Oh my God.
Well,
Okay.
The good news is you get a point.
Oh, no.
Okay.
But he's a giant robot.
He has a 1 with a -1 modifier. So the good news is you personally took no damage, but the whole roof that fell down on top of you, you are covered with debris. Belinda, how'd you fare? Not Belinda, Bay.
For the love of God, roll a 20.
Bad. Very bad.
Oh, we're dead. We're all dead.
Does a 6 pass?
You took 13 points of damage. Give me a dexterity check. Well, first of all,
13
are you
damage.
still conscious?
I am still conscious, yes.
This is probably...
Unlike some people, I haven't taken any damage yet. Alright, dexterity check.
As the roof and walls are collapsing on top of you.
I'm going to assume a 6 doesn't pass that one either.
No, yeah. So that the roof that fell down on top of the... I'm sorry,
The
Fang, the laughing Fang. Somewhere underneath that, you hear laughing as Yorlok thinks it's funny, right? He can't see much, but he somehow thinks taking all this debris and not feeling any damage, he thinks that's kind of funny. But you're conscious, but you're buried in rubble. Is that rubble I see in your uniform? So let's go up to Jeff. Jeff, as you're...
I rolled him.
Yeah, go ahead.
I rolled him. 15, 1-5.
1-5. You know what? You need to be okay. I'm going to say,
Yes.
you know, just as you're climbing out of the lower level, the ground behind you collapses. Your friends were back there. You look back and you saw this robot. He was punching holes in the very concrete, the stone blocks, dislodging him, making handholds for him to climb up the wall. About the second one he did, the whole roof came down on top of him, burying that idol. And somewhere behind you hear Bay, oh! And then you hear a deep laughing. Jeff, what do you do?
Oh, I can't save Bay. So, I will climb back down.
Well, here's the thing. There's nothing to climb back down on. The ladder that was there that you used has been destroyed. It's a 15-foot drop. No, actually, it's a 10-foot drop to the top of the rubble that's at the bottom of the hole that you climbed out of.
You got a rope?
Right, can I tie a rope to something?
Sure you can. There's all sorts of heavy rubble all over the place.
Heavy, loose rubble.
I will do that.
Yep, you tie the rope on, and you climb down the rope, and you're standing on rubble, and somewhere beneath the rubble you see the golden face of Lar-Shann, and behind him somewhere is Bay, and Bay's stirring a little bit. And the idol is just kind of laughing a deep laugh.
I think Bay had, is Bay conscious?
Yes.
Okay. I will help Bay up.
Well, you spend your turn. Well, first of all, you spent your turn climbing down and doing all this, and then you got that far. But I would say, Fang, laughing Fang of Sean, aka Yorlok, aka Jarrett. You, with your massive arm, you're laying there, pinned under the rubble. What do you do?
I try to get the rubble off.
You start to push the rubble up, and descends Jeff. And he's standing on your chest, or across your torso anyway.
Is he wearing
I would be avoiding this robot thing.
Yeah. So you see him kind of move to the side to let you push some of the rubble.
You keep pushing more rubble off of me.
You push the rubble off you, and as you do, some of it falls off of Bay. Jeff, you help uncover Bay. Bay, you're up, and you used your Fang. I'm going to call you Fang.
Yeah, Fang.
Right?
Okay.
Fang, you use your turn to uncover yourself and stand up.
Right.
That's your turn.
Yep.
All right. in the process, Bay, your turn is being helped by Jeff and inadvertently being helped by Fang as the debris falls off.
Okay.
All right, your turn, Bay. What do you do?
Okay, so I knew Belinda and Trevor were behind me.
Yep.
Were they on their way out? Like, can I see their bodies splayed out and crumpled?
You from where you're standing, I'm gonna say you don't see that
All right.
because you guys were in this lower compartment of the.
We were in the hole. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going back in. Jeff, get your lock, aka
Fang.
Fang, aka Sean, out of here.
That thing is your lock.
Yes. And either he's now a servant of the demon, or he's going to fight the demon. One of the two.
Or both.
But I think he can handle himself from the looks of it.
What do you say?
I'm gonna take care of the demon.
Yes, you're gonna take. Yeah, I'm gonna take care of the
Okay.
demon.
All right. Let's go save
All you do is,
Belinda
I
and
got
Trevor.
Yep.
That's great. Back in black.
Yep.
All right. You want some body paint with that? Okay, Bay and Jeff, you run back into the idol room. Bay, do I have one? Jeff. And you don't see him.
I hate to say it, but is it our turn to roll that save?
Yep, yeah, death saves for the two of you.
Uh-oh.
And right.
Are you
Everybody
sure they
says,
were down
I
here?
don't trust my dice. So.
They were
First is a
behind
fail.
us.
One
They have
failure.
to be down here somewhere.
Success.
We have one failure, one success. Jeff, Bay, what do you do?
I'm trying to figure out if there's any ways I can, like, sense them.
What them?
Sense.
Sense them. Ah. You take a deep breath through your nose, and all you smell is dust.
Okay.
There'd be
I
a hole where the idol was.
am going
absolutely,
to ask
absolutely.
Pergati to, because he's kind of incorporeal, to fly down into the rubble and see if he can find them.
Ah, yes. Use him as a familiar,
As a familiar, like he's intended to be
like
used.
he was intended
It's
to
a
be.
rescue dog.
Yeah, so you release him, and he flies around, and he gets to the hole, and he circles the hole, and he motions to the hole. They are
All right.
down here. They are not moving.
I will come over and look down.
I'm pretty sure his arm's not supposed to be going in that direction.
Jeff, do you follow?
Yes.
You follow, and
Nice.
you look down the
You see
hole.
them?
You look down, and Tremor has a little blood streaming out of his ear.
And you would have probably remembered from 2 weeks ago when I told you guys I had good berries in my pocket. Just FYI.
Yes, we definitely remember that.
Yeah,
And we-
definitely.
Yeah, totally. And we open up and we find the good berries and we feed them to you.
You jam him in his mouth. You each have 1 hit point.
All right. Woohoo.
Okay, we gotta get out of here before that happens again.
Maybe we should take a turn and have you heal.
Yes.
Just heal.
And I will cast. Where is it? Oh, that's not it.
I've got this sketchy blue potion of healing if we want to try that.
I've got one too, but if you've got
I've got a whole
Magic
bunch
will
of
do.
stuff I can do. I'm just looking for the right one.
Yorlock or Fang of Shan.
Yes.
You stand before this wall and you're punching handholds.
Yep.
And pulling it up. Pulling it up. eventually you get. There's now a new ladder as stones have been crushed on their way out. Handle, you pull yourself out. Your strength is like 20. Your armor class is like 20, right? Your dexterity is like
Not so good.
2, right? As you make your way out of this building, your whole turn is going to be getting from, you just left level 1, you're crossing to level 2. Next turn you'll be out of you were in sub level 2, you're now in sub level 1 where the tree was, right? And your next turn will be getting out of sub level 1 and you'll be out to the top of the ground. All right. During this time is when you guys are again acting.
Healing word for 7. 8. Sorry, 8. And I am going to use my channel divinity for a 1d8 healing myself, which is 3. Not much.
You healed one person.
I healed him for 7,
Okay.
8, and me for 3.
Okay.
So I used my channel divinity for myself.
Anything else you guys are gonna do?
Bonus action for him.
No, I'm gonna hope that it's enough to get me out of here alive.
You guys all crawl out of this hole, right? You tell them you found the brandy. Yes. So you're
Oh,
up.
good.
We're leaving.
All right, Jeff. What do you say?
Let's go.
Let's go. All right. So you all agree that you're heading out of here?
Yeah.
All right.
We have the brandy. We have a robot friend. What more do we need?
Is there anybody I see in immediate danger?
There's immediate danger everywhere.
Like
The building-
there's the leg coming down and about to step on this guy.
That type of danger, no.
Yeah.
But the building is literally
Everybody's in
collapsing around you, right? I've been rolling to see if it would affect you or not. If I roll a 0, that's when we're going to be rolling again, which is a 1 in 10 chance. So it's
No, I like that.
Let's go.
so you make your way, you pull yourself up, you run to the ladder, you see the handhelds that
The rope.
the robot made.
Got the rope. Right?
Oh, and the rope. Yeah, between that and the rope, you're able to crawl out of there. And by the time you do that, you're more dexterous and quicker than the robot. So you see him. He's crawling. The second level had stairs, I believe. So you're just going up, ascending the stairs. You catch up to the robot just as the 6 of you all make it to the top of the stairs. You're back. You see this 90-foot idol of Lar-Shann destroying the monastery, and you, Fang of Shann, what do?
I healed myself for another 20 in this process.
Nice.
So I'm gonna look at the crew and I'm saying, guys, I'm going for the demon.
You're going for the
I'm
demon.
gonna go. I'm at the best I can run, which is still pretty slow.
Okay, 40 feet, 20 feet plus a dash.
Yeah.
But you know what? He's not. And you run up to him and it says, "My new disciple, Fang of Shann. Destroy that building."
So which building? The building we
He
just came-
points to a building.
Points to a building.
It's
have a
not. It's
decision
not
to
the
make.
one that the idol that you just came out. It's just some other
So I
building.
write it down, yeah. So I'm gonna look at it and say, no.
How much more do you need? Fine.
Well, I've got a potion I can take.
And he gets down on one knee.
I'll give you another 13.
You now defy me?
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
all.
So that's why I'm wondering how. I'm defining the oath that I gave to Lar-Shann.
Yeah, that you just
And-
gave to him. So I think you need to give me a religion, which is wisdom saving throw.
Okay. I keep rolling the ones.
Natural 1.
Yep, natural
Good
one.
news is you get a luck point,
Mhm.
which takes you from 9 to 10. 10 means you no longer have a negative modifier to your luck.
Okay.
So that's a good thing.
Yep.
The bad thing is you just took 15 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
So
I've
you
got
take
that.
for defying your.
That counts as hit points.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. And he just took his hand and grappled you. All right. Shall we all roll initiative now? Perhaps let's re-roll initiative. I think it's a good time to re-roll.
He's the only one fighting, right?
Well, you guys can tell me what you do.
All right, after we roll initiative.
Yeah.
14 for Tremor. Jeff, I was going to ask before we got the instructions to roll. Jeff, are you okay on hit
Melinda.
points?
18.
Yeah, full hit points.
Okay.
Bay, what'd you roll?
Make sure before.
14.
How
What
about-
did you give hit points to in the building? Sorry.
I gave hit points to Belinda twice and myself twice.
Okay.
Do you need anything? Because you took damage
No,
too.
I'm pretty good.
All right.
I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss
we're, about
that.
to, we're about to fight a god, so
Your
or a
luck.
demon. Who knows?
8.
8.
I'm kind of thinking this
That-
skip
was that your
healing
natural number?
potion sounds
Right?
entertaining.
Yeah.
Jeff, what'd you roll?
11.
All right. And so the rest of you here, you dare defy your god, and you see him swipe up the idol, the golden robot, into his fist, and starts to squeeze.
Eject.
Belinda, what do you do?
We're seriously gonna fight this thing?
Don't want to.
Or we're just trying to
He's the
get him
one-
out?
Belinda, what do you do?
This thing is
Huge.
90 feet tall?
85 feet.
On one knee, it's only 50 feet tall.
what the hell am I gonna do about it?
I mean, it's solid gold.
Scrapes them off to make some
You
earrings. What am I gonna do
see
with it?
this solid gold idol being crushed.
Okay, so it's in the giant's hands. Oh, it's crushing.
Tremor, you're on deck.
Can't
Then
have any better luck than he is. Coming up with something to do.
I could go punch it in the big toe and try to distract it. Is about all I'm gonna be good for. I would think. All right, so I will. Use my special elemental attunement and go punch it in the toe, and if I hit, I'll make it be. Where's this thing? I can choose what kind of damage it is. I'll do thunder damage.
okay,
So
you have to roll to hit.
yeah. A 21
No, I'm
to
going to
hit.
give you advantage on your hit because it's huge ash and it's not really moving.
Yeah. Well, I got 21 anyway. So
21, you hit.
Yep.
Well, we'll see if you get a crit.
Okay. So then. And actually, I can do it from 15 feet away. That makes a difference. But so
Yeah, it's got super duper reach. So
yeah, So I think I don't think it's.
It
any
does,
extra.
barely matters, Glenn.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
superficial.
8 thunder damage.
8 thunder down. It vibrates. You hear. Belinda, what do you do? I'll keep track of it though.
Belinda's me.
I'm sorry, Tremor.
I don't know, man. It's futile. You know what? I'm going to try to blind him.
Okay.
So what I'm going
Describe it to me.
So I am going to cast Guiding Bolt at 120 feet. It's going to shine radiant guiding bolt of light toward the creature's eyes. So I make a ranged spell attack
Okay.
and hope for the best because I haven't been rolling very well. But a 15 plus 6.
21 would hit.
It's for D6. So just for expeditions.
Bay,
Radiant
you're on
damage.
deck.
The idea is to blind him and make
Yeah.
him let go.
How much damage?
It is 7.
7 points of damage?
Yeah.
All right, you the damage seems
Oh,
super.
sorry. Oh, no, yeah, 7.
You see him kind of cock his head. You got one eye because you're only going to hit one eye, right? But that one eye seems to, distort him a little bit. Bay, what do you do?
Okay. So his head is 100 feet up above.
His head
His
is
hands.
his head is 50 feet above. His hands are probably 15 feet above. As I said, he took a knee, right? He kneeled down.
Oh, right. Okay. Oh, sweet. In that case, seeing what Trevor just did, I am going to cast darkness on his other eye.
Okay. He winced to one eye, and then the other eye, he kind of winces the other way. Now the darkness stays with it, right?
That's a good question. They changed the spell.
Jeff, you're on deck. We're gonna say he's blinded for now. Jeff, go ahead. Wes?
So we're attacking this thing.
Well, three of
We're
your
trying to blind
buddies
it.
did.
And one of our buddies is in his hand being crushed.
Yeah. Well,
One of your
I'm
soldiers is being crushed.
not sure. Do I want to get in base contact with this thing?
There's a barbarian.
You definitely don't want to get stomped by it. That's for sure. You don't want to get hit by this
I
thing.
don't think there is
That-
base contact.
I think you'd have to be pretty far away to not be in base contact. If it chose to hit you, it would merely have to bend over and swipe at you. So you'd have to be pretty far away to not be attackable.
Well,
Yeah.
I could shoot a guiding bolt at it. I have that in the ring of spell storing.
Okay.
So they both went after his eyes and blinded him, right?
Yep.
You could go after his hands.
Jeff, what'd you do?
I'm looking up guiding bolt. Okay. You hurl a bolt of light towards a creature. Make a ranged spell attack
There you
against the target. I think, Ken, this was your guiding bolt.
Roll.
Yes.
Roll
I
D-
stuck one in there, so you have a +6 to your spell to the roll.
Can you just roll it?
Oh, yes, I could do that.
That'd be easier.
Roll. How does a 17 sound?
Is that the total?
Good to me.
That is the total.
Yeah. As you aim, you try to go for the same eye.
Advantage because he's blind.
Yes, you may have advantage because it is blind.
Yes. Well, we'll keep the 17.
Yeah, the 17. He shoots the guiding bolt, and you aim for the same eye that Tremor had gone for, but it flows through. It continues off the side of its head, and you missed.
I heard it blows through the other eye.
Okay, it went into the darkness of the other eye and did no effect that you're aware of.
Oh, darn.
Yorlock, I need a strength saving throw as the suit of armor around you is being crushed.
You just pop out like a grape. No?
Do you want them to?
17.
17 is a
Be more
good
like grape juice.
a good roll. I'm gonna say you take half. You take half. Where
Of
am I?
100.
Half of 100 as proposed by your playmate. I can't find my d12, so we're just gonna roll this one. So you take. I just lost half my dice. 11 points of bludgeoning damage. As you're fumbling with the controls, what are you gonna try to do?
So the idol is crushing around me,
Yeah.
right? And so I'm fumbling with the controls. The idol's crushing around me. Am I crushing inside the idol, or is it
Oh,
kind of?
You feel it collapsing around you.
Okay, and I keep messing with controls, and it's doing nothing.
Well,
There.
you would like to mess with the controls to see if you can do something.
Okay,
That's what you tell me.
okay,
Intelligence check.
yes. 12.
12
And I got a +2
plus 14
for 4. Yeah. Yep.
for an okay.
Yeah.
You fumble with the controls and you press a button that you think should pop it open.
Begin, begin, begin.
Luck check.
That's what Rhodey says.
12.
12. I was setting it at 10. You hear something, psh, right? You feel like the mechanism that would hold it closed has been released, but yeah, it's collapsing.
Okay.
All right, that's your turn. We don't need to roll for the building anymore because he maintains his grapple. It's crushing. You can't see, but he doesn't need to see to just crush his hands together. Belinda. How are you going to save your friend?
How high up is he?
He's kneeling. He's probably 15 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
You can see that it's starting to split open. There's a seam in it now. You have magical abilities.
How do I find that?
You have spells.
Yes, I have spells.
I don't know what your spells are, but I'd be reading through them.
Yep. I've used one before. But I get a...
Okay.
Any of those gonna help you?
I have a rope and I have a wooden staff.
Maybe you would want to jump up there and start prying this thing out of his hand.
You're
You I can
blowing out force.
I can
Like, you're trapped inside.
Part-
You're a monk!
Backfire on you.
Yep.
Okay. I will try to parkour my way up there to the
Try
idol.
to force
There you go. I like it.
fingers so you can get out.
Dexterity check.
X. Okay.
None of those. No cantrip.
Oh,
First
boy,
level.
six.
Was there already second level? Which
No.
You're a strength monk, not a dexterity monk.
You know, that's why I was gonna do something else.
But you felt like maybe you could help him pry open that thing, right? Get him out.
Yeah, if I could get up there.
Right. I mean, so that's the reason I suggested it. So you didn't have to follow my suggestion, but to me that made sense. Tremor.
Yeah.
You just saw Belinda try to get up there but fail. Right?
She's not by his hands.
No, he tried. She tried to jump off from his knee to his arm to get over there, but he jumped the knee. But you see her kind of doing the awkward, like you're pulling yourself out of a pool type of thing.
Right? His hands are within 60 feet. He's still on his knees.
Oh yeah. His hands are just 15 feet off the ground.
So I'm gonna sacred flame.
His hand. All right.
That's a dex saving throw of 10.
That's the wrong dice. It's that dice. Failed.
And so it's 7.
7. It's like he doesn't even
7
notice it.
radiant damage.
Anything else?
That was on his hand.
Yeah. The goldness went from a nice clear to a slightly distorted color of gold.
Just look and see if there's
Bay's on deck.
a bonus action I can do. I don't know.
All right. Bay, what are you doing?
Okay, so I got a good up close and personal look at this sarcophagus thing as Yorlak went by, right?
Yep. And you can see that seam has popped open just slightly, but it's like a crushed can, right? So it's not...
Okay. Yeah, I want to send an Eldritch Blast at the seam and see if I can, just pop it open. Basically, I'm taking a hammer to it and just hitting it.
Yeah, and it might, but you feel like that would be fine if it wasn't being grappled by his hands.
It's an Eldritch Primar. Eldritch
Right,
draws
Blow his
life.
fingers off.
Even if you feel like the casket or whatever is open, the case is open, it's just being held shut by the hands of this idol.
Shut. Okay, okay. Better idea then. I am going to cast Minor Illusion and make a sound that says, in Sean's voice of, "I've escaped. You'll never get me."
Roll a
Basically, I
deception.
want to try to... He's blind.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's blind.
Roll a deception check.
Deception. Ooh, I'm decent at those. Well, not when I roll like that. 14.
Okay. You see his head kind of going back and forth. Yeah, he was blind for his last turn. He's not blind anymore. Well, he still has the darkness over the one eye, right? Yeah.
Well, I would imagine that darkness is pretty big. It might cover both eyes.
Oh, well then maybe I think it's like a 20-foot range. So yeah, I'll say he's blind in both eyes still. He's still blinded. That was Bay. You used your turn to deceive him. Jeff? Wes?
Well, no, there's much I can do. I don't really have any spells.
Murloc, watch out for his foot. Keep deceiving.
he's you heard what he did, right? Yeah. All right. So Jeff, you're stupefied.
Not much I can do against the giant
Well,
evil god thing.
yeah. Yorlak.
I could, other than throw meaningless weapons against it. Oh,
Yeah, I hear you. It seems somewhat hopeless. Yorlak, you just heard Bay's ploy, right?
Mhm.
What are you gonna do? Find any spells that'll help you?
I don't have much for spells in this area.
Boy, a Misty Step would be really handy right now.
I don't think a fog cloud's gonna do anything.
All right, give me a strength saving throw. 19 without a modifier, right?
Without a modifier.
Yeah. So you see as you push, you feel like you open up. There's a hole that you think you could squeeze out of.
Yep.
Roll dexterity.
Two. And a +4.
All right.
So
So as you wiggle out, part of that gold just catches and rips you down the side. You take 10 points of damage as you fall to the ground below.
okay, I've only got 5 left.
Yes, but you're free.
But you're still awake.
Yeah, I'm free and awake. Okay.
All right, he's out.
He's out. Does Lar-Shann know it? I want Yorlock to give me a luck check.
11.
11.
Plus your luck.
You feel
Plus-
between his plus 0 because you're at 10 now. Between the darkness around his eyes and the deception of Bay, you feel like you see him. He grasps that and he just crap that suit to nothing. Belinda, what do you do?
Well, since I'm over here,
Sorry.
I saw him jump out. I was like,
Yeah,
He's out.
He's
Let's
bleeding.
haul ass.
He's limping off
I am.
without saying a word.
No, I said loudly, let's haul ass.
Do you really want to? He's blinded. He can't see.
Okay, hand gesture.
You all.
If everybody saw, presumably everybody saw.
Everyone's
him.
right there.
Okay. Then yeah, so
We all
Oh,
run
wait.
for. You all run for it.
Yes.
You, Jeff, Wes, you agree?
As I pick up
Yeah,
your lock,
sure.
I hope you learned to listen. Don't jump into things.
You have the brandy. You run back to the wizard tower, and when you get back to the wizard tower, you look back over the valley and you see this Lar-Shann destroying building after building. Screams of terror are everywhere. Bells are tolling, and you get there, and those 3 guards are waiting for you at the wizard's tower.
the 3 guards who were at the temple.
Yeah, you might have heard them say, "Make a run back for the wizard's
Oh.
tower."
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like, what are you doing here?
We did what you couldn't do.
You think that's the same guy sent them?
That's not what I'm going to say. That's what I'm thinking.
And the next portal bus arrives at, what was it, like an hour after dawn or something?
Something like that.
What was the deal?
Don't know if it was his dawn or our dawn, but
You think that creature will come up here?
Let's hope not.
yeah, let's hope not.
All right, So these bandits, these guards, are gonna stay in this. They're waiting for the portal to open too. They were also sent by Zendar
That's what I was wondering.
to collect the Lar-Shann brandy.
Yeah, don't tell them we got it.
Yeah.
And the next morning, the portal opens.
We insist we go first.
Next
Okay.
morning, so we
But you all go through,
I didn't know if there was a limit.
we slept here. We camped out here. Okay.
unless you want to say. I mean, we're 10 after 9 already. It's time to be done.
Did it ever stop?
You don't know.
Did Lar-Shann? Well,
Oh, Lar-Shann, you're exhausted, right? Because you got no sleep because that thing was the fires and everything off the shouts of terror haunt you as you wake, and you wake up and the monster is still rampaging the village, making sure every house is leveled. But your portal open, you're fine. You have the brandy that you never admitted
that's a
to.
little solace to her.
And actually, as you step through, you go back to
All because we couldn't kill one youth.
Palantir in Baldur's Gate,
We don't even know if we died.
and the bandits start to step through, and they say, "Oh, this bus isn't for us."
So, do any of us know he has a bottle of brandy?
I think everyone knows, but you.
But me, okay. So I don't know. Okay.
They might have whispered in your ear at some point during the evening, and certainly when you got back, Palantir would have asked if you were successful. They would have said yes, and you,
Okay.
oh, we did get it.
Okay.
All right. Next week, we will talk to next week. In 2 weeks, we'll talk to Palantir and see about transportation to the Mother of Mists, the location of Isle of Dread. Wow, that was exciting.
Yes.
But you didn't sacrifice the boy. Did he live? Who knows?
So we sacrificed the
We
entire
gave him a
town
chance.
instead.
You acted on your gut thinking that maybe it wasn't real?
If he became the hero I said he would.
Or maybe he was be absorbed into the tree fairy god and be happy. Yeah, we don't know.
All right. The whole time I think the video just saw my screen. No, the recording would have been just this.
That, or was it recording the?
No, it was recording what was ever. It was recording that camera.
Oh.
So, all right. But you heard the story as we went along the way. And okay, so I think that's the show. We'll stop the recording.